Interesting. To initiate such a plan under those conditions. Your keen insight never ceases to amaze me. Oh, if it's praise you want, it's praise you will get. Where to start? Your extraordinary ability to read the battlefield is a rare gift. It is a great honor to witness your skills in action. Having an accurate perception of your own abilities is very important, especially knowing what happens when you attempt feats beyond them. I am sure you are aware that I am in the service of Lord Yuan Shao. He has of late come to be called the most powerful leader in the land. In the past, he has followed a typical path to power, achieving victories reliably through acquiring more resources than his enemies. But now, it's as if he is trying to become greater than the sum of his abilities. Perhaps he feels the urgent need to stand taller than his rivals. To pick fruit higher up the Tree of War, he does not use a ladder, but has begun the construction of a tower of great height and dubious stability. As someone in his service, I find this situation most vexing. Certainly you can understand my misgivings. Yes. He has managed to use his family name to intimidate rivals and consolidate his victories. But it cannot last much longer. A victory gained without wisdom and strength can be easily taken away. Because war is the great clash of human potential, and the ephemeral spark of that moment in history is what captures the hearts of men. I suppose I could. That's some advice I would never hear from my comrades. At any rate, speaking with you has lifted my spirits. It is always a pleasure, even if the subject matter is not. If, perchance, my ideal battlefield did exist somewhere in this world, I believe that it might be next to you. Would you welcome such an event? I am happy to hear it. When that day comes, please make a place for me closer to you. I can see that you mean what you say. But for now, let us keep the proper distance from each other, as servants of different masters. One day, on the battlefield of my dreams, we will stand together as allies. Until that day. Yes, I see.
Sounds like fights are erupting all over. The peace...
How fun! Do you mind?
The doctor gave me some medicine when I...
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
I used to be a Yellow Turban, just like Cho-Tsung. I've seen how strong he is firsthand.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it someday.
There you are. I'm surprised you haven't grown tired of this view yet. Do you like it that much? You know, no matter who you talk to, you never change. The others all treat me with deference, given that I'll be the next chief of the village. And I am responsible for repaying that respect by guiding and protecting them. I'm ready, and yet the weight that I must bear can be suffocating at times. I know the world is vast, and that I am not the only one with such responsibilities. But you're from the outside. You must know how isolated this place is. I heard there was another rebellion down south. Only one fate awaits those who oppose the Han. The leaders of these rebellions must be aware of this. How could they not be? But there is a reason they are so determined to act. Soon it will be our turn to play our roles. We will be asked to eliminate the leaders of the rebellion. Siluan, are you ready? It's a role you should know well. The Han Dynasty is collapsing, discontent is rife, enemies within and without plot its demise. It cannot go on, something must give. The time will come when we must risk our lives and fulfill our roles as the Guardians of Peace. Siluan, listen. When that time comes, you and Juha will become my wings.
A duty you would give your life to fulfill. Huh. To tell the truth, I've never understood that way of thinking. I mean, what good are you to your duty or anyone else if you end up dying? When he lived, my father was lauded as a saint. But now that he's gone, nobody so much as speaks his name. But I suppose we all have our own way of doing things. Who am I to say what the correct way is? Still, I wonder what Bai Luman was trying to achieve. The title, Guardian of Peace, sounds grand, sure. But what exactly do they do? Perhaps if you can untangle your past, you will find the answer.
Everything's gotten so expensive.
Yeah.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
The doctor gave me some medicine when I got...
Well now. Appreciate it.
Up. Onward and open to join our allies. Begin the advance. Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This'll do.
Now. With all my might.
Way to stick it to them! Time for me to let loose! Let's march!
Got this!
You ought to quit charging into things! It's dangerous, you know?
Now, all my might.
Infested.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
This'll do. Now.
I see a chance to advance here. Now, onward! Start the advance!
Looking rough. Now.
How's this? Now's the time!
Now.
Help us, Louis!
Let's get serious. Got this. Let's get serious. Gotta be quicker than that. Sacred Bird protect us. Now.
Ha! Way to stick it to them. Time for me to let loose. Let's march!
This'll do.
This!
Mid-defeat. Got this. Let's get serious. Time to attack.
Begin the advance. All units, march! Begin the advance.
All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. I'm struggling now. Not over yet. All my might.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'll go
Let's get
out.
serious.
The damned rampage stops now! Let's
Got
march!
Struggling out here.
Apologies, but I must fall back.
Going down.
Let's march!
this!
You'll keep me amused, I hope.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Must push harder.
Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated. An opening. With all my might. Easy. Let's get serious. Time to act. Now. Nice. I'll do that. Now. Time to act. Easy. This is quite the embarrassment. I think we're gonna have to pull back. The enemy officer has been defeated. An opening! Turn the tables. Time to end this! Invested. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Sounds like fights are erupting all.
You seem to be in rather high spirits. Oh, yes. Might you remember what I said to you before? You are no one, so you can yet be someone. And you can be someone, and yet you are still no one. Does that ring true to you? Ah, excellent. I knew my faith in you was not ill-placed. What you choose will, in turn, be who you become. That's what I wanted to say. Right now, you're figuring out the path you should take. It's plain to see on your face. The path you ought to take. Oh, no. I'm afraid I was giving advice beyond my station. For what kind of person am I? What kind of person will I become? I have no right to speak of such things to others while I myself remain unsure. Well, it is a shameful thing. Haha, together it is then. I must say, I'm glad to hear you say that. Each time we interact, I walk away feeling energized anew. Now, I've no excuse to avoid putting my all into the matters ahead.
Now that I'm a father myself, I finally understand. I don't want my children anywhere near a battle. I hear the way Lord Zhang fights is a sight to behold.
Everything's gotten so expensive.
Not many people can read and write.
I hear the way Lord Zhang fights is a...
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly powerful.
Lord Eugene's...
The scars left by the Weebu's assault truly run deep.
What does peace even look like?
Pardon me a moment.
How's things? You've had a taste of officer life now. Starting to get used to things around here? Ah, no holding back, am I right? Good to see we can count on you. In any case, you're doing a fine job leading this band of ruffians. We may have our disagreements at times, but I got a feeling that you'll do fine. You were picked out by Lord Cao Cao himself, after all. Oh, almost forgot. I've good news for you. Remember when I told you that I was considering how to apply my natural talents to transporting provisions? Well, I think I've really found my calling there. Lord Cao Cao said my newfound skills will be a valuable addition to his force. Now, we can send provisions throughout the land with ease. We won't have to worry about plundering or getting sacked. We'd be one step closer to his vision. I've been trying to figure out what I could do, but I think it's finally coming together. Damn right. But you know, I wouldn't have come this far without you. Whenever I see you at work, my doubts seem to completely vanish, and I see everything in a new light. And I'm here wondering what I can expect from you next. I just can't take my eyes off of you. I'd appreciate that.
I feel I can do so much more with you around. Let's keep giving the world something to be amazed at. Should be easy enough for the two of us.
This town has gotten bigger.
All of you, follow me! Cross here!
The enemy officer has been defeated. Even Metor, he's about to push harder. The enemy officer has been defeated. Now,
obliterate you! How's this? Looking rough. Take this!
now!
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Got this. Counterattack. All my might. You see it all. An opening. Time to act. Prepare!
Looking rough.
Now. Counterattack. An opening.
How about this?
Tables turned. Let's end this.
You bastard.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Thank you. More customers always show up whenever Lord Guojia does. He's popular with all.
I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair. Huh, too bad. Once Cao Cao has his mind set on something, it rarely changes. Though, if you ask me, it would have been better if you had gotten a horse. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. And if I'm right, the enemy just gained another weapon. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
What perfect timing. Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? That can't be so. Surely you bonded during the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. So even you cannot think of a way to bring him over to our side. If he wishes to return to Liu Bei no matter what, then perhaps we must make sure that is no longer an option. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. But I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until my death. That is an oath I will not break. That is not the issue. My loyalty is with Liu Bei. Simple as that. Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them, heedless of logic. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute, who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest to see where I stand? If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu. I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot thank you enough for saving my life and the lives of my brother's family.
No need. The loss of a warrior such as yourself would be a loss to the entire realm. You said the same to me once.
Zheng Liao.
I echo that sentiment. Lord Guan Yu, you are worthy of our respect, and I am glad we could speak once more.
Lord Shi Huang.
My training with you was my salvation when I lost my way. At the risk of sounding presumptuous, I hope our presence here eases your suffering even a little.
Aye. We may have different reasons and circumstances, but we are all warriors climbing the same peak. If we train and continue to better our minds and bodies, the path may one day present itself.
I am beyond grateful to both of you. Let us spar, that I may reforge my wavering mind.
Nothing would bring me more joy.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. Ah, he's just so cool.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it.
An opening. Now. Looking rough. Now. An opening. Time to act. With all my might. Prepare for pain! Easy. Take this. Whoa. Time to end this. How could I? The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. Ah, he's just so cool. Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
What does peace even look like?
More and more people are losing their family.
Lords Guan Yu and Jiang Fei are... Lord Eugene is way too strict. They say a bunch of his soldiers ran off on him.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao... Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly powerful, trumping even Yuan Shu.
Lord Eugene is way too...
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it. I wonder if that's thanks to Lord Cao Cao.
Oh, pardon my manners. I was so deep in thought that I'd forgotten our plans to meet. Yes, to tell you the truth, I haven't had even a moment to rest. Matters of war have been left to Lord Shunyo, Jashu, and Goja. That leaves the task of governing Shu in my hands. I must also be vigilant against agents of Yuan Shao, interfering with domestic affairs. And the recent incident is yet to be fully dealt with. Yes, the attempt made on Lord Cao Cao's life, at the behest of the Emperor himself. Truth be told, we had considered the possibility, but not so soon. It seems the Emperor feels threatened by our leader's power. Should a mere retainer be allowed to attain more power than the Emperor? This is a matter that we must now carefully consider. There are many issues at hand, but for now, I must remain focused on protecting our leader. Yes, you're right. I cannot deny the wisdom of your words. Perhaps it's fatigue taking its toll on me, but I find that my ability to focus is beginning to fray.
The other day, I was out negotiating with officials and handling government affairs, all without noticing that my hat had caved in. The funny thing is that later I actually saw the ministers all walking together with their hats caved in the exact same way. I couldn't believe how quickly my carelessness had become a fashion statement. I suppose all I can do now is wait for it to go out of style. That would be an entirely new source of embarrassment, and they would wonder why it's coming from you. I'd like for you to keep all this to yourself. Let it be our little secret. Be that as it may, I am glad that we have made plans to meet later. If I am to rest, I would very much like it to be with you at my side. Now, shall we make our way to my estate? Please forgive me if I fall asleep on the way.
They say this is an important place.
It'd be nice to go to sleep without worrying about it. If this place becomes a battlefield, our lives here are over. Going with the flow has gotten me this far. Would it be nice if...
I just saw a cat made of wood moving on its own.
Magistrate said there was no man of renown residing in his domain.
There are bandits along the rivers and pirates. Lord Sun Quan sure seemed to be enjoying himself at the banquet.
It'd be nice to go to sleep without worrying about what'll come tomorrow. Going with the flow has gotten me this far. But it'd be nice if the flow could stop for a minute.
They say this is an important place.
Children remain innocent and unflappable.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it.
The scars left by Luibu's assault.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao, not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their own.
That's something else.
Everything's gotten so expensive.
Take this! Let's get serious. I see it. Take this. Is that it? I see it.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Turn the tables. Let's end this pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Not many people can read and write. If you...
Let's see if we can catch up.
I'm ready! I'm gonna catch you!
This is a familiar sight. I remember when you first came to the village. The child we've taken in is just like you when you arrived. You were sitting there on your own, looking dazed. Your eyes were empty, as if you weren't even there. So I started chopping river rocks in half with my bare hands, just to get a reaction out of you. These children playing here know nothing of the world beyond the village. I was just like them. But not you. You wound up in our village after losing your parents to war. How could you simply forget all that and join our games? And that wasn't the half of it. You had to learn how to fight. and become a guardian of peace. I couldn't begin to fathom what was in your heart, but I decided I was going to look after you anyway. Ziluan, I am proud of what I am. Proud to be a guardian of peace. And if maintaining peace means getting my hands dirty, I am ready to do just that. But when I look at these children, I can't help hoping that they won't grow up like us. Is that arrogant of me, do you think? I want us to be the end of it. The last guardians of peace. I dream of a day when the realm doesn't need people like us anymore. I don't think it's foolish to want that. And because of you, Ziluan, I think that dream might come true.
Yeah. That's right.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to witness it.
Xiao Pei is far smaller than the price we shall pay in lost trade. If we are defeated, Xiao Pei is surrounded by so many waterways. If they overflow,
Lords Guan Yu and Zhang Fei are amazing.
The town's stonemasons are hard at work.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer native.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. He's just so cool.
This town has gotten bigger now that I think about
it. Lord Shunyo becomes a different person.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao's, not many people can read and write.
Everything's gotten